Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Game Pass Grab Bag, your weekly podcast reviewing games from the Game Pass collection. Well, except for this week, because this week we're doing a Sidequest episode.
Woohoo!
I'm your hardcore gamer host, Andrew. With us, our modern gamer, Keith.
Hey, guys.
And of course, with us, our wonderful wife, my wonderful wife, Liz the Noob.
Hey, guys.
And I know that might have shocked you, but no, Keith actually isn't here with us. That was just me. So I know my impersonation of Keith is
spot on.
It's
great.
It's kind of sometimes disturbing, isn't it, Liz? But yeah, Keith forgot that his brother from Alaska was coming into town, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I was supposed to hang out with family." And it's just like, well, the podcast comes first, man.
But the good news is we're actually ahead on playing the games. It's just coordinating recording, scheduling conflicts. So I feel like we can get ahead now. Hopefully, maybe.
Because I think we've missed way too many episodes this year.
Sorry,
We're usually really good at
I know. But that's why I really want to get ahead, because we have the holidays coming. I got kind of a busy-ish month coming up.
Oh. Everyone has a busy-ish month because, there's some great games coming out here. But yeah,
there's that too.
But Keith's not with us, Liz, and we can talk behind his back now. And kind of
that guy, right?
Yeah, I know. Let's start up. What's up with his face? He looks like Kid Rock if you ordered him from Wish.com. No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
That is me.
Keith really doesn't look like that.
Do you know what? I actually really feel bad for Keith, because when's the last time that Game Pass put out some new roguelikes? You know what I mean?
I know. He's
probably writing to every developer out there like, please, man.
They're actually taking some away. Like, Game Pass just lost Hades, which is honestly one of the best roguelike.
Isn't Going Under one as well, and they're getting rid of that?
Yeah. But that was an okay roguelike.
I think he'll take anything he can get at this point.
Oh, yeah. He's obviously revisiting some, and it's just like, okay, Keith. But no. I'm sorry if that was too mean to Keith. If anything, I look like Guy Fieri if you order me off Wish.com. Hey, I'm the governor of Tasty Town.
You have brown hair.
If I did ice tips, I think I could look like Guy Fieri. Ooh, maybe this is a Halloween costume idea. And dress up.
Do you know what? You'd have to do it, because I can't picture it.
Dress our toddler up as a chicken nugget or chicken wing. I'm the governor of Tasty Town. Yeah, that would be great.
Everybody calls little kids chicken nuggets.
I think that's just you.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so instead of not doing an episode, me and Liz were like, let's just kind of record something here. We just spent an entire episode just talking bad about Keith. But no, we figured we'd talk a little bit about some of the games that are coming at the end of this month. What have we been playing? What have we been doing? So as Liz kind of said, this is kind of a busy month for us. It's going to be a very busy month for everyone because, well, if you're listening to this episode now, it should be out. But in our previous Sidequest episode that I did with Keith, I was speaking quite highly of a game coming out called Hard Space Shipbreaker. Hate that name. But I had such a fun time with that game. And yeah, Keith sure enough asked me, hey, is it coming to console? And literally 2 days after we recorded that episode, it was announced it's coming to console. And it's coming out the 20th of this month. So when you're listening to this episode, it should already be out. But also with that is Deathloop. Liz, have you actually looked much into it?
No, I haven't. You said I would like it, though.
You would, because it's from, the people who brought you... It's from Bethesda, the people who brought you Prey and Dishonored.
So I would give it a go no matter what.
You really like them.
Yeah. And
so it is a fun first-person shooter where you're stuck on this island and you're trying to assassinate these certain targets, but it also plays like Groundhog's Day, so if you die, or I think even when you kill one of the targets, it kind of resets and does this loop. But there's also another assassin who's trying to kill you, who's also stuck in this time loop. So I've heard great things about this game, so I can't wait to play it.
It sounds fantastic, but I think our real issue is going to be figuring out what to play first. Because there's so many games coming out, and now I'm confused. I feel like every week we also keep changing it as well.
I know, and we still have so many listener requests that we need to get through. I do apologize for people who have been, who have requested games. We're not ignoring you. It's just... We've been very busy.
And it's nice that we are getting so many requests as well. It's kind of a nice problem to have.
It is.
So it's just getting through them. And, of course, every once in a while there's a game that, of course, we want to play as well, or that we think that, people should play. But, yeah, it's really hard.
Yep, but I want to give a quick shout-out to Buckeyes2768. Thank you so much for the Apple review. But he recommended that we play Super Lucky Tale. And thank you so much to Landon Strict, who also gave us another review on Apple iTunes. And he recommends that we play Power Wash Simulator.
Which, if you saw my Twitter, Andrew actually went out and bought a power washer.
Yep.
Which, because we just bought a house and it definitely needed it. But I could definitely, when he was mentioning getting one, I'm like, he's gonna get one. I knew it.
It's so weird playing like these simulator games. Like me and Keith were talking about this last time. You know, it's obviously a video game. It's really not super realistic. But when you play them, I'm like, yeah, I could be a power washer. Or when I'm playing Farming Sim, I'm like, yeah, you know, I could pick up farming. I could do this for a living.
Is it as good in real life? Did you have fun power washing?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's more fun in real life. But the thing that stinks is the cleanup. Because
it sprays everywhere.
Yeah, it sprays everywhere. And then not only that, like you actually have to coordinate. You can't just spray willy-nilly like you can in the game because you have to deal with the residue of it dripping down. But no, in real life, you actually have to have some coordination when you're actually power washing. But yeah, it's still a fun time.
See, video games teaching people things, life skills.
But they're also lying to us thinking that we could do these things.
Yeah.
Because also, too, playing House Flipper, I'm like, oh, yeah, I could flip houses. Then I start working on our house, and I'm like, no, this is a lot of work. I just broke something. But yeah, Liz, as you said, this is a busy month. Because, yeah, we got these games. But also, too, you're going on a trip coming up.
I am. I
Yep.
I have a wedding to go to in Massachusetts.
And you're ditching me.
And I invited you, and you said you didn't want to go. He was like, I don't want to spend time with you. Go away.
That's actually not that far off.
And my mom has her big 60th birthday, so I'm going up for that. So I'm going to be gone for like 5 days. And I'm not going to be gaming at all then. So
No. And then you got a book coming out that you really want to read.
I pre-ordered it. I don't know if anybody reads the Thursday Murder Club books, but the third one's coming out.
Is it like Twilight?
No, it's not like Twilight at all.
So is it a murder mystery?
Yeah, so I feel so dorky talking about
You got 1 minute. Give us a quick review.
So these 4 elderly people in a retirement village in England, they have the Thursday Murder Club. They solve like old cases, or they go over old murder cases based on their prior professions. It all works out. They're great at it. But then a murder happens at the retirement village, or maybe it's not a murder. I'm not giving any spoilers. And yeah, so they're investigating it. And it's actually, I like the characters. I think it's a hoot. And I read all different
5 out of 5
genres.
is a hoot. That's a review.
I read all different genres. So this one was just like a nice, easy read, like a weekend novel.
But you also read something else I think our listeners would probably be more interested in recently.
Watchmen?
Yeah. So give us, what did you think of The Watchmen? I remember, because you never heard of it. I was like, yeah, you should check out The Watchmen.
I enjoyed it, but some of those characters were deeply flawed. And the ending really,
Well, it's like the whole point of it.
really angered me. I almost said a bad word.
You're not a fan of the ending?
No, because my favorite character dies, and I feel like there are these awful people who do awful things. They don't know who my favorite character is.
I guess it's true.
Do all these awful things, and it just grinds my gears. I'm the stereotypical, like, I want a happy ending. Life's already sad. Don't give me sadness in books and video games. So, but I did enjoy it. I haven't watched the movie or the show. I feel like I should do that.
I haven't seen the show yet, but I've seen the movie. I enjoyed the movie.
The graphic novel you just bought, did you read any of it yet?
Not yet. We've been too busy with this podcast. I kind of like doing this podcast is both a blessing and a curse. It is so much fun doing this. We have a lot of fun playing games. I always was curious, Liz. All right, so you say you're not a gamer still. We've been doing this for over 3 years. You still say you're not a gamer?
I guess I kind of am, because I've gotten to the point where I get excited about games coming out. So I think at that point you are. I'm not a skilled gamer. And I feel like I always think of gamers as like really good at gaming, but I don't think that necessarily has to be the case now. No. So I do consider myself one. But I also I feel like you're the type of gamer that you just love gaming. You'll play literally anything.
Yes.
And so
I played some really bad games that I've stuck through to the end.
Yeah, and we've been calling it the cursed game because E3, I had a long list of games that I really wanted to play, games that I wouldn't mind playing. It sounds all right. And then there was just a couple games that I was just like, I don't want to watch. I don't want to play that. So Forza, and then this one. And so he got some friends to play with it. Andrew did. And
well, you might as well just tell people. the cursed episode Liz is talking about is As Dusk Falls. We have literally been trying to record this episode since this game has come out.
Yeah, because your friends have played it,
Yeah,
but
you didn't wanna
scheduling
play it.
conflicts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were nice. 3 of your friends played it. Nothing ever happened with it. And you're like, hey, Liz, you know that game you didn't want to play?
Yeah, then a listener requested
can
it
you-
and specifically said all 3 of us. So I was like, I'm sorry, Liz.
Maybe he
someone
listened to the
requested it.
E3 and was like, no, she's going to play it. I hate her.
So you can look forward to that episode coming up very soon. We are doing As Dusk Falls. It's going to be a little review at the beginning, but it is mostly going to be a spoiler cast. So we're going to talk about our choices and what we had and whatnot. So we will obviously give another warning when we do that episode. But
It's hard not to talk about it before we record.
I
Because
know.
Andrew and I keep bringing up like certain things like, oh, what choice did you do? And then we start like getting into it and we're like, no, we need to stop. We need to wait for the podcast. Because we're both kind of surprised by each other's choices. And like I said earlier, I don't like being sad. I don't like being anxious. And that game is just all of that. It's sad.
So Liz, do you think if we quit this podcast right now, this is our last episode, do you think you'd still play video games? Do you think you would be like, let's check out Game Pass? Or do you think you'd actually pick something up, or you just stick to watching TV and books?
I think I still would. I think I would be more choosy. I would look to see what's coming out and play. But I do think that this actually gets me to do it. But there's a lot of times where I'm like, because I don't really watch a ton of TV. I'm the type of person that likes to watch the same things over and over again. And so, like, for me, I'm not really giving up much.
Yeah.
So, and books, I'm trying to cut back, you know?
You're trying to
Buying a
cut
lot
back.
of-
You can see like it's like a drug habit or something like that. You're like an alcoholic.
Every time I buy a new book, Andrew's like, really, Liz?
No, I'm not. I mean,
You bought me a Kindle so it wouldn't take up more space.
yes, because you have a bookcase and stuff, and I'm like, and we've moved so much, and I'm sick of moving these books. And I'm like, can we please get rid of it? You have like 10 copies of Dracula.
No, I have 3, and because there's always that couple mistakes in there. The people that are publishing Dracula are doing a terrible job. It's so hard to find a book that doesn't have mistakes in it. And like my eyes just find them every time I read a book, and it just drives me nuts. I'm like, who proofread this? Like who okayed this, you know?
Which is surprising because you are very unobservant.
I am. But when I'm reading, I pick up on, like, if the author says, like, oh, she was in bed. And then next scene, like, she was like, oh, I was never in bed. I'm like, you idiot. So,
Learn to write.
but yeah, games, I'm really dumb.
But
And then what's the other game that we got coming up?
is this
Oh,
a serious
Disney!
question? Yes, the game you've literally been playing way too much of.
I've actually, like, cut back a little bit.
Yeah. I apologize for our listeners who really have no interest in listening to us talk about Disney Dreamlight Valley. But unfortunately, we played that game too much. So it's just like, well, we got to do an episode on this
Even
now.
Andrew
We got to
loves
justify our
it.
time.
Yeah.
But I think our episode of Disney will be interesting because I'm not a fan of Disney. So I know I got some issues with the game, but
Well, also because it's not fully out yet.
Yeah.
And there's been some kind of annoying bugs that we've had to deal with that have been fixed and stuff. So we're kind of going through, like, the annoying process.
Yep. But there's also still some other really good games coming out this month.
You just showed me 2.
No, those are coming out next month
Why'd you tease me
in
like
October
that? I thought they
because
were
we're going to
coming
talk
out.
about them too. But still
Okay.
coming out in this month for some really big headliners coming out. Grounded 1.0 patch, so full released version of Grounded is coming out.
And you wanted to do another episode,
oh
right?
yeah. Oh, we got to.
Because Keith was kind of mad about that game.
Yeah. So we got to torture Keith at least.
Yeah.
But no, I mean we once again have had a listener comment on our YouTube channel on our episode of Grounded that he wants us to revisit the game and it has a 1.0 release. So it's another listener request, so we got to do it. But
Oh,
then
shucks.
not only that, Slime Rancher 2 is also coming out in a couple days.
Oh, a couple
It actually might be out by the
days.
time you listen to this episode. Yeah, it's coming out very soon. I think 2 days from today, which is the 19th. So it's coming out the 21st, I believe. 21st or 22nd.
That was a game that the first one I really liked, and
All
then
of us
I got
really
sick
liked.
of it. Though.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it kind of there were some things about it that I just started wearing a little thin.
Yep.
So I'm excited about that game a lot. And then of course, I mean, next month Plague Tale is coming out.
Oh my god, I can't wait for Plague Tale. That's
We also have to play Marvel at some point.
Yep, Marvel's been a listener request. It's been requested from Javier from Nerd Talk Plus, and now recently it's been requested by Keith's kid.
Yeah. Also, looking at like the E3, there are so many games coming out next year that I want to play, and that I'm going to be. I'll make different accounts and request it like 5 times if I have to. That I got like a list of there's I think 10 games, not including the ones you just showed me. They're coming out next month. So I have like a solid list of at least 15 games probably, because there's also ones that like we could go back to, like you said, Grounded, and this is the first time that we've been doing this podcast where I'm like, okay guys, like I have a list of requests.
I know, it's actually very rare. You're always just like, give me something good, and then I get you something and you're like, this is awful, why'd you do this?
The ones that I want
your taste
to play,
is very all over the place. It's sometimes hard for me to pick a game for you.
Yeah, no, it really is. Like we haven't really done like what do you call it? Like the super long, like the Witcher.
RPG.
Yeah, super long ones.
I've noticed those are at least your favorite. You really like heavy RPGs.
It's so hard though, because only having a week to play. And but yeah, looking at the list of all the things that I want to play, with it from here until like through 2023, they're all different styles, different genres of games, and so variety is a spice of life. So,
but so a couple big games coming out next month that I showed you, Liz, that you looked interested in. No dates on them. This is one thing that at least irritates me a little bit with Game Pass. They need to have a better schedule of when things are coming out, because it's like, come on, Xbox, like some of us want to request off work here so we can like spend a day playing these games.
Not hanging out with your wife.
No. I do that enough. No, I'm just kidding. But next month, I think a game that you'll really be interested in is Coral Island, which looks very reminiscent of Stardew Valley.
That's my first thought. The graphics are very different, and I'm really intrigued by it, because I'm like, I was looking at it, and there's something about the charm of Stardew that I didn't see in the trailer, but it very much could have that charm.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just not sure yet.
But yeah, it looks, just like Stardew Valley. It's a farming simulator. You're on this island. You're making a farm. You can romance some of the citizens. You're uncovering the mystery of the island. It looks very reminiscent of it, but I'm always down for more farming simulators. But also, too, the other game I showed you was Evil, Eville. And essentially, it looks like Among Us, but in a medieval setting, and with also a mixture of fantasy. So it looks like you could pick different roles of setting traps or setting down magic. But yeah, it looks like Among Us. 12 people.
We never did Among Us for the podcast.
No, we didn't.
I was into it for a while.
You were beyond into it. You were addicted to it.
You know what? The community is just so vile, though.
It is.
It was. I think that's the main reason why I kind of stopped playing. And also, I was always the imposter, and I just got so sick of it. I wish that the games like that had a thing where you could request like not to be it if you're playing with randos, and then if like nobody requests it, they do it randomly or something. I don't know. I know that sounds stupid, but I got picked as the imposter like so many times. And
you actually aren't exaggerating. Like, I actually looked at your stats, and you literally were imposter about over 50% of the time. It's like, jeez,
you're playing with 10 people. Why?
I learned to just always vote for you, and there was
unless you're playing with Keith.
In.
How many times did we vote for Keith?
No matter what game we played, we always voted Keith off first. I think that's why he didn't like the game, because he's always dead. But yeah, next month is spooky month, and so far I will say there's not a ton of kind of scary games coming out next month.
Isn't one leaving Game Pass? Outlast, yeah.
Which is odd.
Well, I'm really curious, Andrew. Are you going to be doing any streaming during the spooky month? Because I remember you used to play Dead by Daylight. That is so fun to watch.
I'm not that good at it. I'm watching people who are good at it, and I'm like, man, I'm like embarrassing when I play this game.
You'll make other people feel good about themselves. That are like, if they're good at the game, they'll be like, oh wow, I'm a pro.
Wow, thanks, babe. Appreciate that, Liz.
But are you gonna do some spooky games? I mean, I feel like you're not streaming very much right now.
I'm not. I do need to set it back up again. I mean, it's just my work schedule is so all over the place because we've been requesting stuff off. Because I mean, like even now this week was difficult for us to record because I was supposed to have next weekend off because I was supposed to go to Furnace Fest, but that kind of fell through. My brother ditched me. Thanks, Aaron. Curious who's gonna hear that, but yeah. So like, my schedule's messed up this week. It's messed up in a couple weeks when you're leaving, and then we got the holidays coming up. So work schedule's kind of all over the place. But I would like to. It's also hard too
because like you will be gaming at night, and so it's like how many listeners, and I mean you used to have like a lot of people tuning
Because we have a
in.
good amount of international people who listen to us. So.
Yeah, so that might be okay. But yeah, because you sometimes game until like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get on during the day.
Yeah. But I don't know. I do need to figure out a more concrete schedule. Do it, especially on our YouTube channel. Grow YouTube more.
I think it would be great for YouTube if you guys showed you and Keith playing. Like, 'cause you could see their faces.
Comparison?
No, like even like take turns. But I feel like it's always nice seeing like the gamer's face when they're playing it.
That would require Keith to get a camera and a computer that works.
I'm just saying you and Keith because I don't want to do it.
I know, you were definitely afraid. Hey, you are on our YouTube channel when we played Man of Medan.
I think I was a little tipsy though.
Oh yeah, I think we both were.
If I'm playing a game by myself though, like I am just the walkthrough queen. I am on YouTube. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest for anyone tuning into As Dusk Falls. I couldn't handle the tension. And
Liz
I
cannot handle decision making. Literally, the first choice was: do you want to walk with your dad or stay with your wife? And Liz is like,
I
what do
didn't
do?
know the context because there was this animosity, and I was like, I don't know the backstory. Why are they making me choose between the two of them? Can't they just like figure it out and leave me out of it? So for me, and I was just like, I knew that a robbery was going to take place, and I'm like, well, what happens if I go with the dad versus if I stay with the wife? Does it happen when they're in there? I had a billion questions, but I won't get into anymore because I was just about to start talking about the game. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say. But yeah, so I love walkthroughs. So I would be a terrible streamer because I feel like people would also be watching and be like, Liz, it's right there. And I'd read the comments and be like, what do you mean it's right there? Like right next to the tree. What tree? I don't see a tree.
It is true. There's so many times I go, Liz, to your left, and you turn right. It's like, Liz, please.
Well, I think it's like usually I'm trying to shift the camera, but I'm also turning the person, and then so I do go the other direction.
It's not just in the game; it's also in real life.
I cannot tell you how many times you have pulled me away from walking in poop.
A lot. It's pretty funny. But there is a couple other spooky games coming out next month. We do have Scorn. I don't know how spooky it is, but it's definitely grotesque. I cannot wait for Scorn because Scorn looks so interesting. It's a lot of very body horror. Your guns are like these living beings or like weird spine looking things. It just looks so weird. It could be an awful game, but I can almost guarantee I'll still have a blast with it because it's just so unique.
I will say it's in my no thanks pile from E3.
Yeah.
Just for the two Forzas, the Motorsport and Hot Wheels, As Dusk Falls, Scorn, and Diablo 4. Those are the only ones in my bottom. I don't like gore. I'll play it, but I'm not going to be excited about it.
But there is another horror game from an indie studio. It's called Signalis, and it's kind of a pixelated survival fixed camera horror game. So it looks very reminiscent of like old school Resident Evil. So you have very limited ammo. You know, you're on a spaceship with these weird mutated creatures, and you're just trying to survive. And it looks really interesting. I like the art style. It doesn't look like it's something super scary. So if you're someone who's like doesn't like horror games, it at least looks like something that, you know, it might put you on the edge of your seat, but probably not, you know, scare the pants off you. But
that's another game you could play for October. Resident Evil.
Which one?
Oh, well, there's the one after one that we played for the podcast that we haven't played.
Yeah, The Village.
Yeah, we haven't played that.
I know, it's not on Game Pass.
I used to love watching the old school ones.
I know. I mean, they just remade the old school ones, but they're not like fixed camera like they used to be. They actually like modernized it. I just unfortunately don't buy a lot of games. I did recently though. I just recently bought Temtem. I was waiting for this game for so long, and I did not realize that launched at the beginning of this month. It finally came to console, and I bought that up real quick. People who have not heard of Temtem, I do highly recommend it. It is essentially Pokemon, but obviously Pokemon's a Nintendo property, and it's only going to be on Nintendo, so Temtem is the solution for the other consoles. If you've played Pokemon, you've played Temtem. It's very similar. The combat is slightly different. I actually enjoy the combat, I think, a little more in Temtem. It's a lot more unique. You always have two of your creatures out, and your creatures, you know, they don't have a limited number of moves. Your moves, you have a stamina meter instead. So your characters do regenerate stamina, and your characters also benefit off of what kind of like character is with them. So, you might have a poison Temtem, but has an ability that if his partner's a fire Temtem, it does extra damage. So it's like this really cool, interesting play, and it's an MMO, so you can play with your friends. Your friends can join you on your adventure. I'm having a ton of fun with it. I think it's $50 on Microsoft Store right now. I recommend it.
Did you say 50?
Yeah.
Wowza.
I mean, a full price game is usually $60, so it's slightly less.
I know, but you did buy a knockoff.
Well, it's from an indie studio, but I will say it's named Crema. I don't think they've done any other game, but it is published by Humble Bundle. And Humble Bundle games do have a good tendency to go on Game Pass. So I am hoping that this game will one day come on Game Pass, because honestly, it's a perfect game for Game Pass. Like I said, it's an MMO. It has a battle pass, so it has microtransactions on it. The microtransactions don't seem really predatory. It just seems like, hey, you want some costumes for your character or different emotes. I could care less, but they are there. So I think it's a perfect game for Game Pass. So hopefully someday it comes to Game Pass. But as far as I could see, there wasn't any word of it heading there.
We should also say, because we mentioned before that there's so many games out or that are coming out that we want to play, keep an eye out for some polls, because I feel like it's gonna be hard to pick.
Yeah.
So we'll probably ask for your help. There's some that we're, like I said, obviously gonna play. We already played them, but yeah, keep an eye out, because I mean, I feel like we might be fighting for a game. You know what I mean?
But also, too, for people here who listen to us and don't follow us on Twitter or Facebook, we are quickly coming up to a milestone. We're coming up to 100,000 downloads. So we figured we'd actually do another AMA, Ask Us Anything. So if you have any questions, you've been burning and wondering to ask us, please send us an email at gamepassgrabbag@gmail.com, Facebook at GBGBpod, or Twitter at GBGBpod. Ask us any questions.
There's some hilarious ones that we've been asked so far.
We've got some little inappropriate ones. We might actually have to make that episode explicit for this one. But yeah, feel free to ask us any questions, because that milestone's coming up real quick. But yeah, Liz, are you doing anything else? Oh, is there any TV shows you're watching right now that you want to tell people?
Andrew got me to start watching The Resort.
Yes.
And at first, I was nervous with the way it was going. I got to a scene that I had to turn off the TV because I was so nervous for the characters. And but I'm absolutely loving it. And it's not that long of a show. It just takes me forever. For me, I've caught up on all my favorites, like The Righteous Gemstones, and hopefully another season that will come out. I think Rick and Morty's just coming out with some more.
New season actually just started.
What other shows? I like an embarrassing show. We've mentioned it before, so I guess it doesn't matter. But Below Deck.
But yeah, I highly recommend our listeners watch The Resort. It's on Peacock. I think it's only on the premium version. But I think the first season's done. I think it's only 8 episodes right now, and they're like 30 minutes each. But I highly recommend it. Once you get to episode 4, like when you first watch it, you're kind of like, oh, okay, this is kind of like a weird like comedy, murder, mystery show, like whatever. As soon as you hit episode 4, you're kind of like, okay, this is where things are getting weird and interesting. It's very much reminiscent of like old school Lost, of like weird things happening and like this weird mystery. It's a lot of fun. So highly recommend you all watch it, because I really want more seasons, because it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I think we've rambled on enough, Liz. Do you want anything else?
Yeah, I think we did too.
So I think we're going to wrap it up here. We just wanted to do a quick episode because we didn't want to leave you all hanging, and not have another week of nothing. So unfortunately, we gave you this dumpster fire of an episode.
Yeah.
But at least it was our dumpster fire, Liz. So thank you all for joining us. I've been your hardcore gamer host, Andrew. You can find me on Xbox Live at Firebird01952. Liz, where can people find you?
I'm Liz Noob, gamertag, coming on Dean. I'm on Twitter at Liz Noob, NoobBZW. That's the fastest I can say without stuttering.
That was actually pretty impressive. I liked it. All right, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. We love you all. We'll have a regular episode next week.
Bye, guys.